Hi friends, I'm Smitha from the blog Smiling Colors, and in today's video I'm talking all about my bullet journal. So a lot of you have messaged and asked me if I'll be sharing a setup video like I did last year, and the answer is yes. Today I'm sharing my bullet journal setup video for 2022. This is my new bullet journal. It's by Archer and Olive. So this year the first thing I'm going to do is put a plastic cover on this. You can DIY it if you want to. I'll leave a link here for a video that I'm sharing about it, or you can just buy something pre-made from the store. Super impressed with the cover. Look how pretty it is. And the cover also has a spot here for your pen. And I just tucked the elastic and the old pen holder in. Very neat. And this is a 2-pack, so there are 2 covers in the set. If you're looking to cover an A5 size journal, this would be a great option. So here is how my first page looks. I lettered the numbers 22 in a big font, and then I colored it in with the plaid pattern. I used Tombow Jewel brush pens for this, and I started with a pencil sketch. I'll have a full tutorial for this coming up next week, and you can follow along and create it if you want to. My idea was I wanted something really colorful and bold, and I love the way this turned out. For my second page, I went even more colorful if possible. I created a color swatch page of all of my Tombow Jewel brush pens. I have all 108 of them because I'm on the design team, and I started out with a pencil sketch of all these haphazard triangles and shapes. You don't need a pencil sketch if you want to, you can just start coloring directly. I find the pencil sketch very helpful. It just makes me more confident to color things. And now I can see at a glance how all of the colors look on paper, and really when you see them side by side, you're able to make color combination choices. The best part of this page is that there are no grids, there's no calculation, it's just a haphazard color design. On the right hand side, I wanted to add a quote, and I penciled that one in as well before inking it. This year I'm keeping all of my bullet journal supplies in an old Archer Olive box. It's the perfect size to keep all the things that I use really frequently, and the most used pen is of course my dual brush pen, which is a black one, N15. Today I'm using the bullet tip to just letter the words in a simple cursive handwriting. This is a quote that anybody can do, you don't need any lettering skills, and if you're feeling scared, especially if you're using a new journal, always pencil in your words. You can erase the pencil outline afterwards. I enjoy tracking stuff and keeping progress of how things are moving, and I found this quote to be perfect for my bullet journal. So on the next page, I wanted to add the calendar for 2022. My previous bullet journals, I'd written down the calendar the whole year, but this year I just cheated and printed it out. I'm going to stick this into my bullet journal. First, I trimmed it down to size, and then to just give it a little more definition, I stuck it onto craft colored notepad. This is a craft colored notepad. This one came in the subscription box. I just used some runner tape, glued it into place, trimmed the excess, and then glued it into my bullet journal. I love that the calendar is already there and ready for me. On the facing page, I just made a simple dates to remember page. I doodled some flowers. I did messy coloring. Sometimes coloring doesn't need to be inside the lines. I just quickly colored in this floral. I love adding florals to my pages, so this was no surprise for me. I added a black outline, and I love the way this page turned out too. For my future log, this one is also a very super simple idea. Just pick up 2 colors of your dual brush pens, similar in shade but not really too close, and then you want to write down your month name. I'm doing January here first with the lighter color. What you want to do is alternate the colors of the letters. So I skipped the A, and with the N I'm doing the lighter color again. And then when I come back to A, I'll use a darker shade. This just adds a little bit of contrast. It's a very simple typography, but it looks very cute when you add all of the alphabets and all of the colors and all of the months. I have penciled in the next 6 months, and I'll sit and color these tonight or sometime this week. But the next page is my master list. For this page, I went again super colorful, very simple themed. It's a rainbow themed. I added flags on top. I added simple floral doodles in the bottom, and then I added headers that are colorful. For my next page, this is a bold page. This is actually one of the first pages I did of this book. It says 2022 and then I have a paragraph underneath. These words are by Moon Omens and I will link that down below. On the other facing page, I just have my goals, family goals, blog goals, self goals. What I love about this page is that I just used my handwriting on the right side. I didn't try to do anything fancy. I just wanted those words to be written down and remembered. This is my reading log, book tracker. I love this page. I want to read 22 books for the year of 2022. I know it's a little pun, but I thought it was very cute. So I drew the numbers 22 in a huge font and I filled it in with the bookcase design. So I just drew 22 books inside of it so that I can color these books one per month. I added little floral doodles, little pots, succulents. It just turned out very cute. It's a simple typography. On the facing page, I just wrote the words reading log because I want to write down what are the books that I've read and make a list of it. I also want to write down books that I plan to read. This way I won't forget about it. This is a really simple page. I used just black and gray, hints of color, just like a little bit of gray, a little bit of green, a little bit of pink here and there. But the whole page had so much drama. I loved it. For the border, I just put a paper underneath to protect the page underneath and I colored it completely green. I added little tiny bullets to make my list and here's how my page turned out. Let me know in the comments below how many books you plan to read in 2022. So this is my year in pixel page and I did something like this last year, but I love how you can see in a glance all the progress you've made in 365 days. So I'm using papers from this dark grid notepad that I have. This is in a subscription box from Archer Olive and you get the craft green and blue papers. And after I put the trackers into place, I just created some kind of artistic vibe to this page. It's a very, very brushstroke art. Nothing, I just wanted to play with my markers and add some pop of color there. And so I wrote the words year in pixel on top. And I love the way this tracker, it's very simple, but it's very bold as well. I used just dual brush pens on the left hand side. And I love the way this one turned out too. And I hope this inspires you. Feel free to recreate anything that I create in this. Just make sure to tag me when you share it on social media, Smitha Katti. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments below what you're thinking for bullet journaling this year. And I'll see you guys soon in another video. Happy crafting. Check out my blog, smilingcolors.com for more inspiration.